Hi, my name is Dr. David Silverman. I'm just outside of Washington, D.C. in the Bethesda area of Maryland, recording this very quick message, hopefully to help you. And if you are receiving this and you have downloaded and watching it, someone in your upline probably has gotten it to you. When we're sharing this gift with people, Asea and Renew 28, one of the things that we do is we create interest in a 5-minute phone call. Once someone's interested, we find out why they're interested. And then the goal is to stop talking, send them to a video and let the video explain the technology and or the opportunity a little bit. Set a time for a follow-up the next day, get a time set, and then send them the link, send them the info, not too much, and follow up at the appointed time. And our team always does this as a form of a three-way phone call. We have someone else on the line. Very, very important to get the third-party validation, takes the pressure off of trying to convincing. And if you're hesitant to do three-way calls, then I'll probably do another one of these to show you how to do it so that people are all comfortable. It's not like you're springing, the car store manager, the auto dealer manager on the person. Let me talk to my manager. Why did you buy something? That's not what the three-way call is about. It's about third-party validation, expanding the vision, and posturing so that you don't have to convince. And the people you're talking to will hear, wow, it's more than just David talking about this. They hear other people's stories. It's wonderful, but that's not the purpose of this quick Zoom recording. Purpose of this recording is to help you assure that people are there when you call them. When you set the time to call and you call them the next day and you have someone else on the line, you want them to pick up the phone. Well, what are the reasons people won't pick up the phone? One is they didn't get to it in time. Number two, they never heard it. Number three, they didn't watch the video and they feel like, oh, I don't have any questions to ask. Darn, I didn't watch the video that was sent to me, and they feel bad. Or they got input from somewhere else that was not positive, that Asea is just salt and water, expensive salt water. They went to the internet or they talked to somebody. I want to address people going to the internet. It's very important to get good at that first step of creating interest. And I think nipping that whole negative stuff on the internet in the bud beforehand, because that's what people do now. They'll watch your video. They'll go to cabreakthrough.com, or they'll watch the product video or the business video, and they'll see it, think it's fascinating. You may send them a couple other little pictures or things, what it does for skin and anti-aging and wrinkles and cellulite. And then what do? While they're sitting at the computer, what site do you think they go to? Google. They go to Google and they put in Asea. And when they put in Asea, they'll see some great things, but they'll see some sites saying that this is expensive water. Don't waste your money. It's a pyramid scheme. And it scares people. And they go on the site and they read it. And even doctors at some of these sites, one that says it's expensive water, will say, oh, it's just salt water. There's no evidence. Okay, there's plenty of evidence. All someone has to do is it says made from salt and water because that's the ingredients that go into making redox signaling molecules. But Bioagiletics is not some little company. They're not bought by this company. They verify that there's redox signaling molecules in here. And there are double-blind studies, and there are patents, regardless of what these sites say. So it's good to kind of nip that in the bud. And let me tell you how I do it. When I have someone interested, I find out why they're interested. I want to know their hot button. What is it they see this as a possible solution to? It could be their knees hurt. They don't sleep well. They have a child with an issue, a parent with an issue. They don't like their wrinkles. They don't like their cellulite. They need to make money. They're in credit card debt. Whatever the case, they're athletes. They want to run faster, whatever it is. That you want to find that out. And then so that you tuck that away, because then you can send something specific in your email addressing that issue. And then before I let them go, I will say, look, let's say I'm talking to Joe. Joe, look, I just want to tell you, the reason I looked at this initially, I think I told you my dad was ill. He had a severe prostate issue. And so I was very motivated to get my questions answered. I was not going to dismiss this without a proper investigation. So when I saw my friend Debbie, and I saw that the skin issues she had on her elbows were gone, and she told me what had happened with her mother with her issues, with joint issues and breathing issues, I trusted her enough to at least look seriously at this. Plus, I was very motivated because of my father. So when I Google searched after I saw the video that I sent, that I'm going to send you, which is amazing, okay, and I wouldn't lie to you, this is all true. I Google searched and I saw some sites saying that this was just expensive water, and so forth, and it didn't hold water, so to speak, no pun intended. And there was some negativity on the internet. But I was curious because I saw Debbie's elbows and I trust her. She isn't going to lie to me. So I did a little investigation myself. I went and I Google searched the people that write these sites, including the doctors. And it's interesting, you can find many of them are tied to an industry that would be very hurt by a technology like this, namely the industry that makes pills for people that people go to the drugstore and buy. So, you know, when you go to these websites, if you do, just write down your questions, anything you doubt. Tomorrow at 3 o'clock, we've set the time to talk. I'm going to get them answered. Okay, now they don't know that I'm going to have someone else on the line to answer their questions, but for that third-party validation. But I want to get them locked in. And what I will say is also, if you do go to those sites that say Asea is expensive water, because they're going to see it, I tell them that, you know, I was curious, why would they bash something that has some merit to it? Because there are patents on it and bioagiletics verified, it's redox molecules. Why would they do that? And again, there could be some unholy ties there. So I went into the site and I looked a little further, and I just wanted to see what they said about acupuncture and what they said about chiropractic, a lot of things. And when you go to the site, you will see they bash everything. They bash everything that is not in a pill, okay, or an injection or a knife. It's really kind of scary. So I just recommend that it doesn't have to be that long, but when you're creating your interest, and you got to get good at 2 steps in this business to have success: creating the interest, following up, and in between sending a tool. Don't talk about what this is. Don't try to explain everything. Just tell them your story real quickly. It's 5-minute introduction. Get really good at that. In that 5 minutes, maybe 6 or 7 tops, throw this in about the internet, because they are going to see it. And if they see it, no matter how positive it sounds, they see you calling on the phone, they're like, I don't want to talk to David. This is a pyramid scam. It's just a bunch of saltwater because Dr. So-and-so said so. Okay? So I hope this helps in step 1. And you'll see some more in this series of little tips that hopefully will help you get the freedom that you desire with this business. Bye, everybody.